Hi everyone. In this video, we will be sharing how to write effective prompts in ChatGPT. We will provide strategies for obtaining the best results possible. The approach described here can be deployed in combination for better effect. We encourage you to experiment and discover approaches that are more suitable for you. Let's consider some typical tasks in university, such as suggesting courses or seminar outlines, drafting emails and announcements, modifying the language, writing style, and tones. Let's begin with understanding prompts. ChatGPT models are trained to understand natural language, and the instructions provided by the users are known as prompts. Designing a prompt is essentially how you program a GPT model to generate test outputs. An effective prompt usually consists of 6 elements. Including these elements usually can improve the quality of the outputs. The first 2 elements, task and context, are the core components, while the remaining 4 elements, format, structure, role, and tone, are optional but beneficial. Let's start with the core components, task and context. Start to assign a task to ChatGPT with action verbs like suggest, brainstorm, or change. It is important to clearly mention the desired end goal, such as suggesting a course outline, writing an email, or changing the language. The second one is context. It is necessary to provide just enough information for ChatGPT to generate a precise output. When adding context, you can consider factors like user's background, problem or situation, and expected outcome. So now, you have a foundation of writing prompts. For example, suggest a course outline of Python programming for Year 1 business students. Or draft an email to invite a famous CEO for a talk on business ethics. To precisely generate a desired outcome, you can incorporate additional components to improve your prompts. One can be format. You can guide ChatGPT to present the response in a particular format. For example, you can ask ChatGPT to generate a course outline for Python programming for business students and present it in a Markdown table format or in paragraphs. The response will be visualized in different formats based on the instructions given. Although the chatbot cannot create an Excel table for you at this stage, users can copy and paste the response into an online Markdown editor to obtain a desired result. Indeed, you can instruct ChatGPT to present the output in various formats, such as bullet points, paragraphs with headings and subheadings, Markdown tables, and code blocks. By specifying a desired format, you can obtain a more readily usable output. Another one is structure. You can instruct ChatGPT to generate responses in a specific structure. For instance, you may set a word limit for the response or suggest the AI to follow established writing structures, like situation, task, action, results framework, or the structure of a Chinese poem. The other one is role. Consider your role and the target audience. For example, are you a teacher or a student? Is the audience a colleague, a manager, or an external guest? Including these details in your prompt can give you better results. To get more creative or interesting outcomes, you can also adopt the persona of famous people like Shakespeare, John F. Kennedy, or Winston Churchill. The final one is tone, which reflects the author's attitude and plays a significant role in shaping the overall message. You can choose a professional and formal tone for credibility, or a casual and friendly tone for approachability. If you are struggling to come up with tone keywords, just simply describe your situations, feelings, and goals. Remember, a right tone can make a huge difference in creating a positive and impactful interaction. Here is an example of prompt that consists of all components mentioned before. Draft an invitation letter to a famous tech company CEO would be the core component. Then additional parts would provide detailed instructions on the format, structure, role, and tone. To get an even better response from the AI model, it is important to provide follow-up prompts to refine the initial responses. What is a follow-up prompt? After getting responses from ChatGPT, you can follow up by entering another related prompt to modify the result. This allows users to extend or shorten the answer by adding new information and restrictions. Changing the perspective, language, tone, or writing style, or even pointing out any mistakes. This provides a dynamic and interactive experience and helps users to refine or tailor-make AI-generated content for specific needs and preferences. However, it is also important to acknowledge limitations of ChatGPT. Their responses may lack emotions and judgment, or may contain grammatical and contextual errors due to the reliance on patterns and existing data. To ensure accuracy and reliability, users should be cautious of outdated, misleading, or fabricated information. Cross-referencing is very important. Users should exercise critical thinking and view ChatGPT as a helpful resource rather than an absolute authority. By understanding these limitations, we can utilize ChatGPT responsibly and effectively. In the next video, we will provide guidelines for using generative AI in teaching, learning, and assessment.